Okay, I don't know, I did have a banana earlier. I don't know, I'm trying to get all the factors. What things seem a bit clearer than usual at the moment. It's really odd. I just can't explain it. But I did want to stop playing bullet chess. On the other hand, I noticed in bullet games, when looking with Rubica briefly, it seems I was giving opponents exactly what they wanted. I'm not talking about trying to play well positionally or tactically. It's separate from that. I think one can also maybe mix with being annoying to the opponent as well, if you don't give them something which they're looking forward to. But it's just a theory at the moment, sort of, which is a good timing actually, because I really want to cover Lasker next, and I think he was actually, is this pre-move too dangerous? Because bishop g5 or something. No, it can't play bishop g5. But Lasker, I think, was kind of annoying to opponents. Like, the opponent might want b4. I don't know if a5 is objective the best, but it's probably kind of annoying. It's given me b5 as a whole. You know, that's just an example. Is it worth being annoying to the opponents? If you can cause some frustration, then maybe it is worth it. Maybe, you know, even if you play a suboptimal move, that's the theory. I think of Lasker, but we need to actually look at concrete illustrative games. Anyway, d5 is very good for white as well. Keep the rook here, I think, to stop b4. So he's lovely manoeuvring so far. So just go for the king attack with g5, b4, b6 probably loses lots of material, does it? Yeah. I could lose the exchange or something. I could play e4 and f4. Just to avoid giving white the e4 square. I'm going to play f4 anyway. So I kind of... maybe he should have played f4 if he didn't want me to play f4. Or maybe he's not bothered about this position. Don't tell me I'm going to lose to all the non-title players and beat the title players today. That could be a curious one. But everyone's kind of dangerous. Oh god, I think f4 can easily be mopped up here. Yes. Oh dear. This wasn't the greatest idea, was it? Well, it doesn't matter about two pawns. I can play knight d4. Knight f4, knight f4, bishop f4, knight d4. And hope for the best again. Well, fg, okay. While I've still got the chance to try and get some f-file pressure. So here... okay, I've got some cards to play with. I think knight e5, bishop g4s. I'll use them. So bishop g4 coming into f3, coming into the light squares, get the queen over to h3, and you know, the old mating net. I don't know. Bishop g4, knight d4 as well. Looks like a lot of pressure on the f file for the pawn. Okay, oh, this is juicy. So knight g4, bishop g4. Nice to have the choices. I think bishop g4 looks as though I should play that. So if queen c2 is lovely, that'll be knight d4. If king... what about just knight d4 instead of the immediate knight f3, just to get a knight to threaten a fork to win the exchange at the very least, materially? Or is it better just to win the bishop? Anyway, knight d4 with tempo is a dream come true. Okay, for this position. So I can just win the exchange now. Or do I just want to win that bishop? And then he's always got knight e3 protecting g2. So do I just want to win the exchange, or do I want to do something else? Some knight, maybe this knight unblock the bishop. Okay. So if I take with the bishop, that's less materialistic. It's not necessarily better, unless queen d7 is really that powerful. Is queen d7 that powerful? Otherwise, knight f3 and knight e1. The thing is, I've got a bit of a grip on the position here after bishop f3. As long as I don't play queen c8 because it's knight e7, I'll have queen d7 next. And this is going to interrupt everything with e5. Couldn't I just win the exchange first and then play bishop f3 to have my cake and eat it? I think I'll do that. Just win the exchange, play bishop f3, looking forward to queen d7. So if e5, there's rook f5 there, if e5. I mean, how can you defend these knight squares in this position? Knight e3, queen h3, I'm on h1 as well. e5, queen h3. This queen's not the best place to a2. Really, to defend the king. Okay. There's always a but, isn't there, in chess? So bishop, he's gonna bishop d4 the best to have pressure on e3. He can always take and then bishop e3 if queen h3. Okay, rook f3. There's queen and knights can probably start coordinating. I'm gonna regret having a laugh here. I'll do this anyway. What about trying for a rook sack? So rook f8 and rook g3. Bishop d4. Okay. This is not going to be funny, is it? If I mess this up. So, okay, I'm on c3. His knights are pretty aggressive now. And bishop d4 threatening queen g3. I'm not losing the queen just yet, am I? To knight f6. Not quite just yet. I hope. So I've still got some pressure, but we're only about losing a lot of time here. Rook g3 here. Way of losing probably. What about rook takes e3? That looks strong. Oh, I'm messing things up. I'm just doubling up. Bishop e3. Bishop e3, rook e3, queen g3, queen g2. Try and win the exchange up. Well, there's knight f6 winning the queen. I am going to lose the queen if I play bishop takes. Oh, blimey. Okay, I'll take with the rook then. This is going to be tragedy at this rate. Just keep calm. Keep calm. Don't create weaknesses of the last move. Too many. Okay, so there's bishop e5 here. I'm still threatening queen h2 and rook f8. So I've still got a lot of trump cards here because he refused that queen exchange. Right, so okay, there's rook here. What about rook f4 and bishop d4 is a major threat, surely? Okay, so rook f4 here. So bishop d4, queen f3 should be crushing, shouldn't it? Queen e4. There's bishop c3 skewering the queen. Finally a breakthrough. Oh. So on the verge of losing that from what seemed to be a crushing position, but okay, so you've got to be careful with these knights in this variation, but I don't know why he didn't just take care. Instead he gave me loads of pressure for the pawn. So let me win the exchange, let me get onto the light squares, but I nearly still blundered my queen after knight d5, so there's big threats of knight f6 if the bishop's not over there, like bishop e3 here, knight f6. So I managed to avoid that pitfall and play another exchange sack to finally break down the defences. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.